Good morning, everyone. In today's video, I'm going to go fish Kleiner Pond in Meridian, Idaho. It's a stocked city pond. It's one of their newest city ponds, and we're going to go fishing for some rainbow trout. The time is about 7:45 in the morning. My guess is that we'll make it there by or at 8 o'clock, and we'll be fishing until it gets too hot to fish anymore. It is July. It's supposed to get up near 100 degrees today. So yeah, we're going to get a nice early start, get there by or at 8, and fish for as long as we can before the summer sun cooks us alive. But that's what we're doing in this video, so come along. We made it to Kleiner Park in Meridian, Idaho, and here is Kleiner Pond. Got a couple of fountains going. I've fished this several times before and have caught rainbow trout. I don't know if they stock it with anything else. If you do, let me know in the comments, but yeah, we made it. The water's more full than it has been in previous trips. Yeah, here is today's fishing spot. The time is 8 o'clock. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, and let's throw a line in. So today, again, I'm fishing for rainbow trout. I'm going to start off with a combination of rainbow power bait and a little worm. Hopefully this gets the job done. So let's give it our first cast. First fish of the day, this little tiny pumpkin seed bluegill. There is more than trout in this pond. So I don't know if you can see it, but on his gill right there, well, I'm sorry, but on his gill there's a little orange dot, and that's how I know it's a pumpkin seed bluegill. Beautiful little fish. Beautiful colors. He didn't put up much of a fight at all. Felt the hit, pulled back, and he was on there. So, beautiful little fish. I was using a worm, and as you saw, I was using rainbow power bait. However, I reeled it back in and switched to those little trout niblets. They're orange. I'll show you here in a second. But, yeah, he was going after that worm. What I've learned is that these little bluegills like worms. What a beautiful fish. Awesome. Grateful to catch him. Not a trophy fish in any way, but I'm grateful to catch him. What a beautiful little fish. Now head on home, little guy. Thank you. What a beautiful little pumpkin seed. Bluegill. Now yeah, if you can tell there's a worm and a little tiny orange trout niblet power bait. So let's give it a cast. One thing I wanted to mention is I don't know if you can see there in the distance, there's another fountain. That's another pond. I don't know if each pond is named or numbered, but I have fished that pond a bunch of times and never gotten anything. It's a smaller pond. There's a guy over there fishing it right now. But I fished this pond over here. The bigger main pond is what we'll call it. And yeah, already had good luck today with that little pumpkin seed bluegill. But in the past, I've also had better luck over here. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that there's actually 2 fishing ponds here at Kleiner Park. But yeah, we're fishing the main one over here. Dang, I got a pretty good hit, but it got all my worm. So I'm gonna put a new worm on and recast. So I wanted to show you that I got this worm blower by Lindy, and it's got this little needle. You can see that there. And you just blow your worm up with air, making it a little bit bigger, help it float a little bit, get it off the bottom, and it works really well. So I recommend Lindy Worm Blower, and again, it fills your worm up with air, helps it float. So really, really cool. Get yourself some. Hey little ducky, what are you doing? See, the government knows that I know the truth, that that duck is indeed a surveillance drone. Birds aren't real. Got another pumpkin seed bluegill. This one's got beautiful coloration, beautiful spots. And again, if you can see there, and I apologize, my camera's not the greatest, he's got an orange spot on the side of his gills, and that's how we know it's a pumpkin seed bluegill. Beautiful little guy. Man, look at those colors. Whew, beautiful. What a nice little fish. Again, I was using just a worm. And he went at it, didn't fight hard, can't being this little small. But what a beautiful fish. Second fish of the day, just another little tiny pumpkin seed bluegill. And again, not a trophy fish, but absolutely beautiful fish. Just those colors, wow, beautiful. Awesome. Head on home, little guy. Thank you. So just for experimental purposes, I'm going to switch away from worms and go to this little fuzzy guy right here. See what luck we have with it. I want to say I bought this in like a 3-pack for a couple bucks, and I haven't used it yet, so I just want to toss it in and see if anything comes of it. So that bait didn't work. Now I've switched over to my cricket lure. I've had this thing for years and years, and it does me good, so I'm going to put this in now. Now I'm thinking about attaching a worm down here to one of these treble hooks and doing a double whammy, a cricket with a worm attached to it. So here it is, a cricket with a worm attached to it. Let's give it a cast. my worm just got pillaged being on that back treble hook. They were able just to follow it and eat the worm, and so I'm going to put it on the front treble hook this time. And here we are, my third pumpkin seed bluegill of the day. This one might be the smallest one yet, and just beautiful fish. I like catching these little guys just because they're so beautiful with those colors and those spots. Yeah, it is 10 o'clock, so this is my third fish in 2 hours. And this one might be the smallest one yet. As you can see, I went back to just a worm, took the cricket off, no luck. Went back to just a worm and caught this little baby bluegill. Head on home, little guy. Thank you. And on my very next cast, I catch another pumpkin seed bluegill. The fourth of the day. This one a little bit bigger than the last one. They're all just tiny little guys. Whoops. And they are beautiful. Head on home, little guy. Thank you. I was reeling in my line, and right before I got it up to shore, this little bass bit on. And I had a whole worm on there, a whole night crawler, so that guy was a little ambitious. But just a baby little bass. Whoa, whoa! He's a feisty little guy. Yeah, look at that tiny little bass. He didn't even get any of the worm. That's the smallest bass I've ever seen. Just a baby. Head on home, little guy. Thank you. And here we are, another pumpkin seed bluegill. Just a tiny little guy. He didn't get any of the worm. Gosh, I've lost track. That's my fourth or fifth little bluegill, and then I caught that one baby bass. Yeah, here's yet another little pumpkin seed bluegill. And I'm sorry there hasn't been much, if any, footage of me reeling these guys in. I didn't bring my head strap or my chest strap, so I'm just using my tripod, and it's hard to catch a fish and film with only two hands. But yeah, here's a little baby pumpkin seed bluegill. Head on home, little guy. Thank you. Now that's got to be the smallest one yet. Again, another pumpkin seed bluegill, but this one's just a baby, just a little guy. This one is just a baby, doesn't really even have its spots yet. But yeah, that's one more bluegill. Okay, head on home, little guy. Thank you. Caught another pumpkin seed bluegill, and this one is vibrant. Those are some bright colors, bright spots. Again, just a little guy. No trophy fish today. Just catching these little guys. He is feisty. Just a beautiful little fish. So vibrant. Okay, head on home, little guy. Thank you. And another one. Another just tiny guy. Okay, head on home, little guy. Thank you. And with that, we'll call it a day. It's about 11:30, and it is getting hot. There's not much shade. All these trees are pretty small, but yeah, caught a ton of bluegill and that one itty bitty bass. But yeah, here's the SUV. But yeah, we're calling that a day. We are done fishing here at Kleiner Park at Kleiner Pond in Meridian, Idaho. From my count, I think I caught 5 or 6 of those pumpkin seed bluegill and one itty bitty bass. None of the fish were trophy fish. None of them were monsters, but those bluegill specifically are such beautiful fish that they're really fun to catch. They've got some vibrant colors on them, and sometimes they're pretty feisty. I mean, they're not a bass, but they're pretty cool nonetheless. And we did catch that itty bitty bass. So again, I think we caught 6 or 7 fish today, which is awesome. Always a good day. It is just after 11:30, And that's it for this video. It got too hot to continue fishing, so we're going to call it quits. But that's it for this video. Thank you for watching as always. You guys are the best. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below, and we'll catch you on the next video.